Claudia to all my stolen Africans here in racist America. Okay, I can't believe I waited so long to see this movie Get Out. Like, I was really afraid to see it, and I thought it was going to be like one of those really bad horror stories, but it's not really a horror story. So if you're like me and you don't like scary movies because it like gives you bad dreams and everything, don't worry. This movie is so revealing. It really tells you what the Cave Beast is all about. Where do I start? Well, I'm not really going to tell you the main specifics. I think you all seen the movie, or you may have seen reviews on it. But let me just tell you about the certain scenes in the movie that applies to stolen Africans. First of all, the hypnotizing. Cave beasts are really good at mind control, and they do everything they can to control our minds. And we as stolen Africans must learn to resist the cave beast's mind control methods. And they're trying to hypnotize us all day, every day. They can't do anything to me, and you can see how they're trying to hypnotize me in my comment section just by the things that they say to me and the things that they think they know about our history and herstory, but they don't even have a clue. And when the cave beast realized that he or she is losing, they double down. And they keep coming for you and coming for you and coming for you. And this is the reason why I said we have to undo the thing that we did in the beginning of creating them, because it's just, you all know how I feel about that. I talked about that before. But anyway, getting back to the movie, the cave beast's grandmother has hypnotized this brother who happens to date a cave beast. And you know what? This is the thing about it. If my stolen Africans, male and female, want to lay down with dogs, like, why are you afraid of getting fleas? And why are you shocked that you get fleas? That's the only thing I don't understand. You think that they get a flea collar and they don't have fleas. I don't know why we as stolen Africans can't stick with our own. I mean, like, the cave beast is not even really attractive. I mean, unless you're into bestiality, and I'm not judging. I mean, if you're into that, then do you, boo, do you. But if you're into human beings, and especially human beings of, the same race and ethnicity, then you need to stick with your own kind. Africans for Africans. Even Muhammad Ali said that Chinese people for Chinese people, and that African people for African people, and so on and so forth. We don't have to go with these cave beasts. They are so uncivilized. That's the reason why they like their meat raw. It's what their Neanderthal actual ancestors ate their meat. They didn't even know how to use fire until centuries and centuries later. Anyway, the movie was really eye-opening, and it shows our stolen African family what happens when they go outside of the norm and get with the cave beast. So you had this stolen African brother who was dating this nasty, ugly, dirty, dog-smelling cave beast. and she tricked them. But see, that's what they do all the time. They always trick us into believing their lies, and they're just setting us up to kidnap us, to torture us, to actually take our organs, because see, they can't live long. It is a historical and statistical fact that Africans and stolen Africans live much longer than the cave beasts. And see, the cave beast is just trying to take our spirit. And if that doesn't work, which it never does, they can't handle our essence. They can't handle the kundalini, okay? So what they do is they try to take the next best thing, and that is our bodies and our minds. And sometimes the coons will convince good-meaning stolen Africans to go the way of the cave beast, and we must resist this. We must understand that this is not in our best interest. And nothing comes good of a stolen African who gets with a cave beast. Nothing good comes out of it. It's always bad. You always end up missing. But what happens is that these cave beasts were taking part of the stolen African's brain, and they were putting themselves into it. First of all, they started bidding on us. Doesn't that sound familiar? Like the slave auction? So they were bidding in the secret Illuminati and trying to see which was the best stolen African that they can put their mind into. And it was so racist. It was just like this, the director, Peele, he did a great job exposing these cave beasts for who they are and what they are all about. And I would never trust them. I would never trust myself being alone with them. I would never trust myself even being near them. But anyway, so they get auctioned off, and the stolen Africans, the stolen African brother who was with the cave beast, he got tricked. And then the nasty cave beast grandmother, she started playing with her cup and her spoon, and she said sink, and they're like, oh my god, like the stolen African brother couldn't move. And she was like, you didn't think we was gonna let you go, did you? And she was just like trapping him. And that's what they do to us all the time. They trap us. They trap us, and they try to steal from us what they can never have. The cave beasts envy us so much, and it's so obvious in this movie. I am so glad my boyfriend took me to this and see it. It's been out for a while, and it's at the Dollar Movie, but had I known that this was not a scary movie, I would have saw it long time ago. I really would. I would have saw it a long time ago. But the thing about it is that this is so true to life. The cave beast is always trying to steal from African people. And now that they have the stolen Africans here, that's all they do. They try to steal our clothes, our look, our music. They just try to steal. Even the way we look as African women, they put stuff in their lips to make their lips big, and then they get butt implants to get nice booties like us. They just want to be us. And I know they say that imitation is a form of flattery. Not when a cave beast does it. Not when a cave beast tries to look black and sound black. It's like they look awful. Anyway, I keep getting off on a rant. The movie is, in a nutshell, the movie is where he interacts with other stolen Africans who have been taken And whenever a flash comes on to one of the stolen Africans, their real spirit comes out and they warn the other African brother, like, go, get away, run. Because see, that's what we do. We're going to save each other. We're going to try to warn each other. And that's the reason why I have my YouTube channel. I am trying to save the brothers and sisters out here from stolen Africa, the stolen Africans, that we have to save each other, and the only way we can save each other is to learn how the cave beast operates. We have to know this. We have to understand that this is just what they do. This is the thing, that the way they operate, and we just can't let them keep doing what they're doing. Watch movies like this. Watch movies like Get Out. And you'll know that when you watch these kind of movies, you will know that they're the kind of movies where we are warned what the cave beast is all about. So be careful out there, because the cave beast is just like a Neanderthal. He's out there just trying to take without any compensation, i.e. reparations. Okay? So go see the movie if you haven't seen it already. It's Get Out. It's a great movie. It really tells you all of the things that the cave beast is all about, and you will be 3 steps ahead of the cave beast, and he will not, or she will not, be able to take you. This is Shaquita. Thank you for watching, and I give all my stolen Africans a greetings of Uhuru and Aquavia.